Welcome everybody to this quick interview with one of my favorite clients, Valerian. I call him Val. I think everybody calls you Val as well. But today, majorly, this is a short interview with a person, like a very new and different kind of individual that I've met. Holds a lot of different views to what I generally knew about related to relationships, a very important part of our life. And he has started an initiative, Awesome Husbands Club, making husbands the best version, the modern alphas that they need to be to have their family right in their hands. So, well, just a quick question I wanted to know, what was the main reason? Why did you start Awesome Husbands Hub?
The there are two things, in fact. The first one is Pallavi and I were in relationship for 12 years before we got married. And then within 6 months into the relation, 6 months into the marriage, after knowing each other for 12 years, 6 months into the marriage, we started having fights and arguments. And that shocked me. Like, how is this possible? And that's where I started learning relationship science. And as I learned relationship science, I realized that the reason why we have problems in our marriage or in our intimate relationship is not because of something else or external. It's because that we don't have the skills, we don't have the mindsets, and there is no school or college in the world which teaches us these things. Right. And that's where I said to myself that I want to teach it to others. And why men? Because I'm a man, so I understand men much better than I understand women. The second reason is that I realized much later, after I started Awesome Husbands Hub, and the school we have is called the Love School for Learning Relationships, the relationship science, was that years ago, I remember I saw power struggle or fights and arguments in my home, just the way it happens in everybody else's house. And most people say that's normal. But my thought was, I don't want to live in a house where there are fights and arguments and shouting and screaming and not talking to each other. So I think at that point, I realized that, okay, I want to learn about it, but it was very subconscious. But when we got married, I realized the clear view of, this is what I need to, learn and implement. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. That's a great vision. And what was the main reason why you started making content and, wanted to start this personal brand and share things online?
Okay. The basic reason was to bring about awareness. On one side, the Facebook ads are going on, and they're not sustainable in the long run. So I had to find the organic way of reaching out to people. Because there's a huge need in the world for making relationships better. So I wanted to reach out to people organically, and that's what got me into this journey.
Awesome. And if you could run me through, what were the main challenges that you faced with organic before, let's say, working with us or getting in this program?
Everything was so overwhelming. That's how I would put it. So what I mean by that is basically I started off with looking for an editor. I was basically looking for an editor because I would see these beautiful videos of people, and I needed an editor to edit those. So I reached out to some of my friends. They gave me some leads. They didn't work out. Then I kept looking for somebody online. And the next thing I came across was you. So basically, it was all overwhelming. I had started with organic, but I was looking for an editor, and then that's where I found you. So that was the journey. Yeah.
Well, awesome. And how has your experience been, man? We have worked for, I guess, almost 6 months.
Right.
I remember it was it the month of it's a year, man. So it's in December or January.
No, I don't. I think it was a little later than that. So coming to the question, what was my experience? So when I was looking for an editor, I was looking for somebody to guide me on this journey. The interesting thing that happened was I saw your video. It wasn't an ad. I saw your video. The way you explained it made me to go to your profile. It made me to click on the link that was there in the bio and to book a session with you. Now, when I saw that, I realized the power of organic marketing, right? Like you were adding value, you were giving me what I needed, but I was looking for an expert. I could have used your, you know, your information, and I could have implemented it by myself. But then I wanted somebody, and the whole journey of getting you made me realize the value of organic marketing.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
What would you say was the highlight of going over this organic journey with us and Graph here?
Right. So what was the highlight? Highlight was it started off with the first call that we had. So when I had a first call, and you said, probably I think you have changed your model right now. I'm not sure, but at that point you said it will be do it with you or done it with you, something like that.
Yeah, done with you. Yeah.
Done with you, right? And that sort of really got me because I wanted to learn. Because one of the ways I would like to go about is I want to learn, then give it to somebody, delegate, so that I know. So when you said that, that was exactly what I was looking for. So that was the first thing. And even when you asked me, like I had already bought the program even before I spoke to you. That was the second thing. The third thing was what I saw was a lot of clarity that I got. As I said earlier, right, I was feeling overwhelmed with the whole thing. But when you came in and you said, okay, let's analyze the competitors. You said, let's use Kimi and analyze the different hooks. So it got me thinking in a particular line, which I wouldn't have. And then you came in with helping me understand about the hook and the interest peak, and then you were talking about the whole acronym that we have.
Yeah.
So that brought in lot of clarity.
Glad to hear that.
Adding to that, the next thing was the way you would analyze the videos. Every video that I made, you analyzed the script. That was powerful. Gave me that, a view of like I come from a space of, this is what I want to teach. But you come from a space of what is the most effective way to teach it or pass it on to the audience. So that was the next thing. The next thing was the looking at the videos and analyzing them and telling me that, okay, this needs to be changed and that needs to be changed. The best part was, I think by the maybe 7th video, 8th video, I don't really remember, but very quickly we had the first one, I think, reached
240 something, 220.
Yeah,
220
views, and that was like that gave me a feeling of wow, it works.
Right.
And
I think after 2 weeks we got another one at 2 million.
Yeah, that's the next thing I was going to say. And after that, we reached the 2 million, and that was a big high point for me to because you need this, right? You need this dopamine rush for you to keep going, especially at the beginning. You need to see some success for you to say, okay, this works.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So those were my big highlights. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was also for I was analyzing the videos before we had the call, and it's also about how you had this different polarizing point of view. I don't know if you remember that one call we were like, this is what everybody is saying and it doesn't match with me. It was about that specific thing that went viral. It was the Coldplay concert, and you were like, no, I don't think this will. And that also hit me, that it more than just content and the strategy, it's also about the person and the point of view they have, which you had really great, man. That I loved when I was working with you.
I just want to add to what you said just now. Uh, Thank you for bringing it up because I did want to mention about it. I remember, you telling me to create a video on this, and then I was very uh, passionately talking about, why I don't want to create a video. And the
Yeah,
next beautiful thing that you said is, why not you share the exact thing you told me? That is your perspective,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Yeah, that was powerful. That what they call it as a bulb on moment for me. That
Mhm.
I don't have to create a video or a reel just like everybody does. Um, Instead of that, on a particular thing that is going viral, I can share my views, which can be totally different from what the world thinks.
Absolutely. And you did actually a great job with that. Just everybody listening to this, be as a good of a student as well as because he was like applying things on a different speed. So I also think speed matters. And just as he said, like the way we were discussing things so fast, so quick, the feedback loop was so good that it was really fun. Also, the final thing I would like to ask you, while not keeping everybody too long, is what would you tell somebody who is in the fence of, let's say, working with us, our team, and the things that you have been through? What would you tell them?
Just go for it. Just go for
Okay.
it. Because if you're going to analyze too much, you will get into paralysis. You see, analysis paralysis. So just go for it. Put your trust into a man like Subankar. Learn from him, and just be a very good student. Because many a times when I'm being a very good student, you bring out the best in your teacher, right? So I would say just go for it. There is a structure there. There is a process there. Don't reinvent the wheel. Because if you are into uh, a niche which is apart from what Subankar does, then why would you waste your time in learning everything from the scratch? You take it from a man who has already learned it. He has implemented it in his um, uh, own journey. He has seen the results. You just learn from him rather than reinventing the wheel. Yeah, that's what I would say.
Thank you. Well, that was awesome. Everybody, that is Valerian Secura for you, the man behind Awesome Husbands Hub, helping everybody become the modern alpha and learn love science. Thank you.